Howdy, this is Dr. Anna Maria Helt, herbalist and microbiologist here in Durango, Colorado with Osada Natural Health. And I'm going to be over the next, couple weeks or so, taking you on a high country herb walk. I thought as we come into the colder weather and things in many parts of the country are turning brown, it'd be nice to see some green. So what we'll be doing is looking at our amazingly beautiful and useful medicinal plants that are here in the San Juan Mountains of Colorado, but also found in many parts of the Rockies, and also some of them are found in quite a few other places as well. So the first videos that you'll see over the coming weeks will be more or less just looking at the plants and meeting them very early in their growth season, because it's good to see plants at different stages of growth to better learn how to identify them. I'm going to take you to a couple different elevations as well to see who's there. And then what I did was I went back about a month later to look at the progress of the plants growing. And in those videos, I get more into the medicinal uses and such around the plants. And I'm wearing my Colorado shirt for the intro today for this. So again, I'll be posting these over the coming weeks, so you can get a little bit of green and learn some great plants of the Rocky Mountains that are also found elsewhere. At least some of them are. So I hope you tag along. Stay tuned. So this particular trail actually has a cattle chute here, a little corral, and this is public land that gets grazed. And I like to lead herb walks here. The problem is when the plants are really starting to come up and mature and be big and beautiful is about when they do their cattle drive. And so they send their cattle up the trail here. I'm kind of near the parking lot right now. And it just destroys everything growing right along the trail. One year I led an herb walk and I got it done just in the nick of time, because the next day they did their cattle drive and it was a complete shit show here, figuratively and literally. I haven't really gotten on the trail proper yet. I am right next to that cattle pen that I just mentioned. But right now what you're looking at is elder, so Sambucus. Just getting going. It's a perennial plant. So it shows up year after year, and it can get kind of scrappy looking. I still think it's a beautiful plant, but it gets a little beat up. It gets gnawed on each year and eaten down. It's just leafing out here. I was about 1,000 feet lower last weekend in La Plata Canyon, where the elder there were beginning to bloom. There were tiny little flower heads just getting going, but we're higher here, so everything's a bit behind. So here I am on the Elbert Creek Trail. This is one of my favorite places to bring people, to introduce them to high country plants, because it's a fairly easy hike, not very steep, but a lot of those plants are found here. So this is, as you can see, maybe an early season hike. I never know what to expect this time of year up here. We're at about 9,000 feet. Sometimes there's a few feet of snow on the trail this time of year, but it's dry right now. And in fact, at the last conference in 2019, this was covered in snow, even in, whatever time of the year the conference was. Was it May? I don't remember. So this is the Elbert Creek Trail. And my point today is just to look at some of the plants as they're getting going while they're still babies. It's a good idea to learn how to identify plants at multiple stages of their growth. So this week I'm here solo. Actually, my dog Milo's on my back in a pack. And we're going to look at some plants, and then I'm going to come back each weekend and have my buddy film me and talk about the medicine of the plants. But today I just wanted to look at some of them while they're little and just coming up. So here we have a beautiful Canada violet, Viola canadensis. Those are one of the earlier plants that come up on this trail. And then just next to it, we have shooting star columbine, another one of the earlier plants that shows up here.
This is a tiny, tiny little mertensia that didn't bother to grow very much before it sent out its blooms. Sometimes they're pinkish purple. This one is a lovely blue. Some people call this bluebells, and it's one of a zillion plants that are called bluebells. Like comfrey, actually, and like hound's tongue, this plant contains pyrrolidazine alkaloids, and those PAs always bring up the specter of liver toxicity, so I don't use this plant medicinally. I like to hang out with it, though, and sit with it. It's really a beautiful plant.
So that's it for today, and this will be kind of the format of the herb walk in the coming days or weeks, where I'll just highlight a few plants at a time. I know people are busy and sometimes my videos can go on for a little while, so I'm going to try to keep these to about 5 minutes. So, this first series of plants I'm going through, like I said, we're just looking at them early in the season. I'm introducing you to them, and then the next round of videos will be when I actually have gone back to the same sites a month later, when the plants are more fully developed, and we'll really dig into the medicine at that point and what they all do. So I hope you enjoy the series and enjoy getting a little bit of green as we move into the less green months of the year. And by the way, I do mention it in the video, but these were shot in about mid-May 2021, and then again, late June, early July. I don't even remember anymore, but I'll say it in the videos. But thanks for watching.